Assalamu alaikum students, hope you all will be fine. Today we are going to start a new chapter which is unit number 7, Fundamental of Geometry. Fundamental means basic. So we start basic geometry. The first topic is parallel lines. If two lines laying on the same plane never meet, touch or intersect at any point, then these are called parallel lines. Parallel lines are always same distance apart. We have examples of parallel lines. These lines are same in direction and not intersect each other. These lines are also parallel lines. Here we see that these two lines are parallel and these two lines are parallel to each other. They not meet at any point and same distance apart. So we have other examples of parallel lines. These all lines are parallel to each other. Next we have demonstration of properties of parallel lines. The first property is two lines which are parallel to the same given line are parallel to each other. It means we have line L and N. These two lines are parallel to each other and same distance apart. They not intersect or meet at any point. So the third line, which is M, this line is also not meet at any point and touch and do not touch L and M. So M is also parallel to N and L. M is also parallel to L and N. So L and N are parallel lines. Here we have another example. In this we see that AB parallel to C, AB parallel to CD, AB parallel to EF, EF parallel to GH. Similarly, CD parallel to EF and AB parallel to GH. These all lines are parallel to each other. Next property we have, if three parallel lines are intersected by two transversal in such a way that the two intercepts on one transversals are equal to each other, the two intercepts on the second transversals are also equal. It means that we have three parallel lines which is P, Q and R, and these two lines are transversals named as L and M. According to this property, two intercepts of L and two intercepts of M. Two intercepts of L, A, B equal to C, B, C, and intercept of M, which is D, E equals to E, F. So according to this property, measurement AB equals to measurement BC and measurement DE equals to measurement EF. The next property we have, a line through the midpoint of the side of a triangle parallel to another side bisect the third side. So midpoint of AC is B and the midpoint of CE is D. According to this property, we say that CB equals to BA or AB and CD equals to DE. It means measurement AB equals to measurement BC and BD parallel to AE. BD parallel to AD because these two lines have same apart from each other and not intersect at any point. And measurement CD equals to measurement DC. CD equals to DE. Our next topic is special angles formed when a transversal intersect two parallel lines. We get angles, vertically opposite angles, corresponding angles, alternate interior angles and interior angles. The first is vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are formed when two straight lines intersect. The two angles are directly opposite to each other through the vertex. It means we have two lines which intersect each other at point O. So the vertically opposite angles are AOC and DOB. Similarly, AOD and COB. So these are the vertically opposite angles. So these two angles are vertically opposite angles, and these two angles are also vertically opposite angles. If we have two parallel lines which is M and N L is transversals that intersect M and N, then we have angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So measurement angle A and measurement angle 5 are corresponding angle. Similarly, measurement angle 2 and measurement angle 6 are corresponding angle. Measurement angle 3 and measurement angle 7, measurement angle 4 and measurement angle 8 are also corresponding angles, because the angle 1, 5, 2 and 6, 3 and 7, 4 and 8 are at the same position, and pair of both angles are same side of the transversal. The next is alternate interior angles. We have two parallel lines and one transversal as L which intersect X and Y. So we have angles A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So angle B, C, G, F are interior angles, and alternate interior angles are B and F, G and C. So B and F, these both angles are alternate interior angles. Similarly, C and G are opposite. C and G are opposite and alternate interior angle. Next we have interior angles. We have two parallel lines and one transversal. There are four angles 1, 2, 3, 4, and these four angles are interior angle, pair of 1, 3, 2 and 4. So 1 and 3 is interior angle and 2 and 4 are also interior angle. Exercise 7.1, question number 1. Find the measure of PQR. So PQ parallel to RS, we have line PQ which is parallel to RS, and QR is transversal. So measurement angle Q plus measurement angle R is equal to 180, and measurement angle R we have 90, and these two angles are same side of QR. So measurement angle Q plus 90 equals to 180 degree. We put the value of measurement angle R which is 90. We put the value of measurement angle R which is 90. So measurement angle Q 180, 90 added here to the next to the other side, 90 will be subtracted from 180, we get 90. So measurement angle PQR is equal to 90. Next question we have, find the value of X. We have two parallel lines and one line which is a transversal of A and B. We have angle 115 and X plus 5. So these two angles are, so we have angle 115, these two angles are vertically opposite, so this angle is also 115. Now we have two angles X plus 5 and 115, and sum of two angles equals to 180 supplementary angles. So X plus 5 plus 115 equals to 180. We add 115 in 5, we get 120 equals to 180. X 120 will be added in this side, and when we take to the other side 120 120 will be subtracted from 180 and we get 60. So x is equal to 60. Next question we have, if measurement angle 3 equals to 68 degree and measurement angle 8 equals to 2x plus 4, what is the value of angle x? Show your steps. So we have one parallel line and two transversals and we get 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5, 6 and 7, 8. Since both given lines are parallel and measurement angle 3 equals to 68 degree and measurement angle 8 equals to 2x plus 4, which is given in the question. So measurement angle 3 equals to measurement angle 7. Measurement angle 3 equals to measurement angle 7, which are corresponding angles. So measurement angle 7 equals to 68. Because measurement angle 3 is 68 and measurement angles 3 and measurement angle 7 are equal, so measurement angle 7 is also equal to 68 degree. Now measurement angle 7 plus measurement angle 8 is equal to 180 degree, which are the adjacent supplementary angles. So 68, which is measurement angle 7 plus measurement angle 8, which is equal to 2x plus 4. So 68 plus 4 degree plus 2x equals to 180 degrees and 180 degree. 72, which is the summation of 68 and 4 plus 2x equals to 180. 72 is added here to the other side. 72 will be subtracted from 180 degree. So 2x equals to 108. 2 is multiplied here. On the other side 2 will be divided. So we divide 108 by 2 and get 54. So x is 54 degree. Next question we have question number 4. If measurement angle 1 is equal to 150 degree, find the measurement angle 4, 5 and measurement angle 8 indicate which property is used. So since both given lines are parallel vertically opposite angles, measurement angle 1 and angle 4 are same. So these two lines are parallel and vertically opposite to each other. So measurement angle 1 equals to 105. Measurement angle 1 equals to measurement angle 4. Measurement angle 1 equals to measurement angle 4, which are vertically opposite angle. So measurement angle 4 is also equals to 105. Next, measurement angle 8 equals to measurement angle 4. Measurement angle 8 is equal to measurement angle 4. These two angles are corresponding angle. So measurement angle 8 is also equal to 105. Measurement angle 8 equals to measurement angle 5. Measurement angle 8 equals to measurement angle 5. These are also vertically opposite angle. So measurement angle 5 is also equal to 104. So measurement angle 4, measurement angle 5, measurement angle 8 are equal to 105. Okay students, Allah Hafiz.